It's definitely an extreme pleasure to be with a group of such great souls and those that are spitting my orange juice this morning. Out there, all of you guys that are rolling your sleeves up and doing the do and also helping others. The reports coming in of all you helping others is just incredible. I tell you, you guys are becoming great healers. I really love that. Working on catching up. I'll probably come in tomorrow and film for 2 or 3 hours. We have a guest today, Irina, from the Ukraine. She's been in Florida 18 years or something in America. She's sitting in. She's has a lot of different degrees, massage therapy. She works with the skin. She does all kinds of things. It's pretty cool stuff. So appreciate you coming in and sitting, getting some clinicals and see how we do things and what are we about, you know. So I want to carry on and get to these questions because I know I'm behind on them, and I apologize again. If there is a stat or emergency need for a question, or you're in a healing crisis and you know what that is, please give us a call here at the clinic there. Thank you, Drew. Pretty blue shirt.
I know, thank you. I appreciate that.
You got it, man. Oh, okay, so let's take off on this a little bit here and get some of these questions down. But this one is from Robert Morse, and let's see. Got a friend due to have elective surgery on diverticulitis, which is inflammation of bowel pockets, basically, diverticulum. And he is 45 years old, has severe irritation that has him put in the hospital for several days and rounds of antibiotics. And remember, the more we do antibiotics, the more we actually suppress the lymph system and exacerbate the problem. They just don't realize that. Can't kill the messenger. And this is part of the problems with antibiotics, is that it sets you up for more lymphatic suppression, more acidosis, more inflammation, etc., 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 until you have the decay of the cell, and then you have the cell becoming a cancer cell. I mean, it's as simple as it is. He eats a sad American diet, which is high in protein and garbage. Well, he needs to change. You can let him listen to this, my friend, but high protein diet only serves to irritate those diverticulums even more. Plus, a lot of this is probably coming from the inside out. Remember, in the wall where all the cells are, that's where the lymph system is. Even though his connective tissue is weak, when you herniate tissue, whether it's a bowel pocket or prolapsus or spastic conditions, all these type of herniations, whether it's varicose veins or spider veins, remember, we're going to the parathyroid gland and the body's inability to utilize calcium, keeping in mind that the reason we're losing calcium out of structure is always acidosis. So that always has to be rectified, obviously, but it doesn't hurt to bring up that parathyroid a little bit so we can utilize calcium. I mean, in a while, those bowel pockets will become the bowel wall again. You can keep cutting out your bowels, but, you know, colon cancers or surgeries aren't always fun. And you with all this inflammation, of course, you get the scar tissue and the adhesions, and the concern is going in several times with surgeries. And then you got the neurotoxic effect of anesthesia. So you got all these issues to deal with. Or is it better to change your diet, my friend, and get your bowels healthy? Because this could be indication that you're systemically involved lymphatically, and that creates a lot of problems. Remember, most cancers are lymphomas. I told him to juice because almost everything he eats irritates his bowels. Yeah, I would do the slippery elm, marshmallow tea, the heal-all tea if he can tolerate it. We use that for that sort of thing as kind of a topical way. Stomach and bowel, number one, depending how much he moves his bowels or not. If he doesn't move his bowels, you go on up there. Because even with